amazing viewers. Thank you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you are connecting from. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you so much and remember blessed. Whenever you look my video, whenever you watch my video, share the video to all platforms. Share it to family and friends. Share it in your WhatsApp group so that people can get information on what is happening in the contraption called Nigeria, mainly against the Biafrans, against the Duduas, against the indigenous people in the contraption called Nigeria. I try as much as possible to set the record straight. I don't preach hate speech. I don't speak against people. I set the record straight. The only important thing I do here is to make sure that the plight of the people remains on the front burner and the world will know the true story of what is going on in the contraption called Nigeria. Remember, they will always change the narrative. The government will always try as much as possible to use the conventional media to change the narrative, but that I will not allow. In this platform, we'll set the record straight and we'll say it the way it is. Not preaching hate speech, not by talking down to anybody, but setting the record straight and bringing the information to the front burner and letting the world know the exact situation of things. Each time you watch my video, you can equally go to the comment section, put down your comment, say it the way you feel it. It's so welcome. You can criticize if you so desire, but do it constructively so that we can be able to learn from one another. That is why I'm here. And now, I'm going to share with you a very important video. I hope after watching the video from the beginning to the end, you're going to enjoy the video and you continue to stick around and be able to enjoy the rest videos that are going to be coming your way from time to time. Thank you so much for coming. Today, the video I'm going to share with you is a very important video.
In this broadcast today, we are going to call on the politicians in Biafra land to pull out every military in Biafra land. We do not want to see military anymore gallivanting and killing people in our villages, in our communities. We will bring this particular war not to the military, but to those who are responsible in bringing those military to them, to our place. So we are today giving notice to the politicians who have now militarized our territory. They have turned democratic process and democratic government into a military dictatorship. They have turned Biafra into a war zone. So we are giving them between now and the 15th of March to pull out military from Biafra land. We are not saying you should leave your barracks. We are not saying, but you must be out of our villages. We do not want to see military operation anywhere in Biafra land, starting from the 15th of March 2022. Starting from the 15th of March 2022, if we see any military going around and burning any houses, we will bring war to those who bring them. Not only the military.
27 February 2022. These people, they don't have any other option than to surrender. We know that is the Fulani herdsmen that are supposed to carry cow, they waka. Now they don't drop the cow, carry gun. But na kick bazaar. How maka hahunanya? Zoological Republic of Nigeria. That is they happen for Russia and Ukraine. So Hachevia maka na la Biafra. And boys are actually go other Biafra or there to kick bazaar.
From the 15th of this month, if you continue to come and kill our children, kill our women, kill our men and our elderly people, render them homeless, and create IDP camp where they are not supposed to be IDP camp in the 21st century, we are going to
is it that anytime they ask them to go and fight Boko Haram, they will say they don't have bullet, they don't have bomb, they don't have this and that. But if it is a time to fight innocent civilians, they will have bomb, they will have bullet, everything double, 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 double. Nigeria, huh? Nigeria, more now go north tonight. And I think say with the begging for this time, it doesn't matter how many years it may take to fight this war.
We are calling on the governors. We are calling on House of Assembly members. We are calling on those state executives to come openly before the 15th of March to either exonerate themselves or take responsibility like Zodema have come publicly to say he is the one bringing military. So his own is that he has made it very clear, and we know how to get him at the end of the day when the time comes. So we are saying that we are giving the politicians and the political leaders of the Southeast between now and the 15th of March to pull military out of Biafra land. Otherwise,
welcome, great and amazing viewers. You can understand with me and believe me that this time around it's not like business as usual. Things have really changed. The struggle have taken a new dimension, and you can believe it. If you are following what is happening now, you can know that Biafra is very close. From all the attack that is coming, from all the oppression that is coming, from the things that we are seeing on media today, you can agree with me that Biafra is much more closer than it was yesterday. Biafra is very close. Whatever you are doing, anything you are doing, you have to stand up. This is the time we have to fight the last battle. The time is now. The civil disobedience that we have been calling for a very long time now, this is the time to activate it to the highest level. All the while when we have been talking about the civil disobedience, mainly the sit at home, we talk about the sit at home and preach about the sit at home. Some people come out and say that we don't know what we are talking about. Some of them come to try to demonize us and make us look inferior, make us look stupid from what we are saying. But today you can see that sit at home has become the greatest tool anybody can think of in the struggle of Biafra. Today, everybody is talking about it. And when I was explaining on this very platform, telling people that sit at home does not affect only the southeastern part of Nigeria, it affects the whole nation. People thought it was a joke. We say it, we preach it, we talk about it. So many sincere platforms talked about the sit at home, calling on Biafra land, people who are in Biafra land to sit at home on Sunday and on Monday. Today, you have seen the effect of that sit at home. Today, the government is restless. All the politicians are restless. Those who were not talking before, they are now speaking. Those who are pretending that we are not doing anything now, they have seen that the sit at home is very effective. Among everything that everybody have been saying and talking about, today, it is only the sit at home has become in the front burner that everybody is talking about and speaking of. That is why we are calling for civil disobedience. Increase it. This is not the time to reduce it. This is the time to tighten it up more. Tighten the sit at home more. Tighten it more. If you can add more days, let us add more days on the sit at home. Sunday and Monday. If any other day we had it, let that day be added. Economic sanction to the Janjaweed government. This is the only way we can be able to get our freedom and get our freedom out from the hand of the enemy. The enemy we are up against do not understand the ordinary language of the people. The enemy we are up against do not understand the language of peace. They don't understand the language of begging. And if you continue to beg them, you are wasting your time. If you continue to play it low, you are wasting your time. On their own side, you can see they are trying every now and again to tighten the situation. Every now and again, they are trying to mount more pressure on the Biafran people, on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, trying to conduct more psychological torture on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What are we going to do? Are we going to be silent and watch them continue to punish Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Are we going to fold our hand and continue to watch them continue to torture Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Of course, no, we cannot. It is high time every single Biafran, wherever you are, you have to stand up now and fight for the life of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You have to stand up in any place you are and fight for your own life, for the life of your unborn children. This is the time. This is the time. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have given us the key. Thank Chuks who made it possible for us to pick up that key that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu left for us. And today, the sit at home is doing wonders, much more than anybody can believe. And nobody can say that sit at home is not effective. It is much more effective than you can ever imagine. And we will continue to sit at home until Biafra comes. Nobody's going to stop it. If you want to have your freedom, the freedom of your unborn children, and the freedom of Kanu, you must have to begin to act now. Massive civil disobedience in all ramifications. Any business you are doing, begin to plan on how to give economic sanction to the Janjaweed by taking away your revenue from their hand. Don't pay your revenue to the local government, federal government, state government. Don't give it to them. It will be useful for you in the time to come. We have given them mandate. From now till 15th, just as our brother Samuel Epa have announced, from now till 15th, every military point in Biafra land that are in our villages, that in our farms, killing innocent people should vacate Biafra land. If they refuse to, they have us to contend with. And this is not a threat. Men are on the ground preparing themselves for what is about to come. From 15th onwards, Biafra land will not be the way it is again. Biafra land will not be the way it is again. We are praying that Chukwu will guide and protect every member of the ESN. Those who have volunteered to protect you and I. Those who have volunteered to fight for our future. Those who have volunteered by themselves without being paid. They put their life on the line for you and I. We have to continue to pray for them and support them the best way we can. And Chukwu will never allow us to see shame. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who is facing a psychological torture now. They don't want Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to see any member of his family. They don't want Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to see anybody around him, not even the lawyers. This is a psychological torture. None of us can tell where Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is as he stands now. Nobody can give us account where Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is. And it is not a joke. It is not a joke. Every single Biafran, wherever you are, you have to stand up now. This is the time. This is the time to act. We have spoken enough. We have cried enough. We have shouted enough. This is the time for action. And who are those that are going to carry out action? It is you and I, the Biafran people. Not your politician, not your elites, not Ohanes and Igbo, not the lawyers, not those people we are looking at, not the international community. It is the ordinary Biafran people that will take the action to free Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And the time is now. The time is now. Prepare yourself. The date has been announced. We know that the people we are up against are wicked monsters. They are people who do not listen to warning. They are people who don't just listen to word when you tell it to them until when you take action. So, prepare yourself for what is about to come because they will never listen. But as they are not going to listen and they will continue to stay in Biafra land, after 15th, every single politician in Biafra land will begin to feel it hot. After 15th, anybody that is part of bringing this Janjaweed into our area, bringing them into Biafra land, anybody who is supporting them or their informant, they will get it very, very hot. It will never be business as usual. We have learned enough lesson from the Ukraine crisis. Today, Ukrainians are fighting for their life. Nobody is standing for them. Even with all the promises, they are not coming. So, Biafran people will not wait for any promises. We can't wait for any promises. We have to redeem ourselves, and the time is now for us to take action. Every single Biafran, wherever you are, stand up now and prepare yourself to take your freedom by yourself. It is you and I that will free Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and we must free him unconditionally. It doesn't matter what anybody says. It doesn't matter what anybody does. It doesn't matter the angle they are coming from. We will free Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. I thank Chukwu that now people are listening. It is unlike before when people are not listening. Now people are listening and more people are coming on board. So many of you must have seen the video that was made by one of our Nollywood actors, Kanayo. He made it bomb clear and he made it clear. He was asking for the unconditional release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And he talked about the seat at home. The seat at home that we are embarking on is having a very massive effect on the economy of the Janjaweed. But we are not going to start there. We are going to take it to the next level. Take it to the next level by making sure we cripple every revenue they are taking from Biafra land. If you are one of the organizers of the market union, begin to prepare yourself. If you are a member of the market union, prepare yourself to enforce the economic sanction on the Janjaweed. That is how we can get our freedom. That is how we can free Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. The struggle that we are fighting is for your unborn generation. It is not just for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. You are fighting for your own life. It's a matter of life and death. That is why every hand has to be on deck. Any market union where you belong, this is the time you have to embark on a massive protest by removing your revenue from the hand of the government, local government, state government, or federal government. Any revenue you are paying for them, do not pay that revenue anymore. And those revenue collectors, the revenue collector, if you are employed as a revenue collector in Biafra land, you better go and look for another job. Don't say you are not warned. Go and look for another job, because Biafran people will match you down. Biafran people will match you down. If you are a revenue collector in Biafra land, go and look for another job. You never listen to warning until when it happens. Then you will say, we said it. Nothing happens to you without being told. We are telling you now, if you are a Biafran and you are involved in revenue collection in Biafra land, step aside, go and look for another job to do. Biafrans will no longer give their revenue to that contraption called Nigeria. We will no longer pay our revenue to our killers. We will no longer sponsor our murderers. We will not. It doesn't matter how you try. We will not. Biafrans have spoken. And we are going to enforce it. The Biafran people will enforce it. Nobody will come from any planet to come and enforce it. It is Biafran people, you and I, that will enforce that. We will enforce it and make sure that it's being obeyed and followed up. We will continue until Biafra comes. No matter what they do, no matter how they try to stop us, no matter how they try to blackmail us, we will never fall. We will never look back. We will continue to fight for our freedom until the last man standing. Mazen Nandekano said it, that even if it's only one person that survived, that one person will carry the flag of Biafra and continue to move on. But for Biafra, Biafra have come to stay. No man born of a woman can stop it. And our Mazen Nandekano must be released unconditionally. You think you can break him down by keeping him incommunicado? You think you can break him down? You think you can break Biafran people? You are only making us more stronger. You are only making us see more reason to fight more. And every single Biafran, even a child today, know that it's our right to have freedom. It's our right to be free. And we are asking for self-determination. A legitimate right for every human being. We are not asking for war. We are asking for self-determination through a referendum. This is the most peaceful request anybody can make in any country. That is what we are asking for. And if you feel you can take our life for us, we will defend ourselves. And the time is now. We have talked enough. We will defend ourselves. As from the 15th of this month, Biafrans will mount their defense. Starting from those infiltrators, those people who claim to be Biafrans, those people who are inviting the killers in our land. They will feel it hot. Don't say you are not one. For all the Biafrans in Biafra land, Chuks will continue to protect every single Biafran in Biafra land. I know how difficult it is. It is not a small battle. Biafran land, people in Biafra land are making a lot of sacrifice. Women, children, fathers, mothers in Biafra land, they are making sacrifice. And we all appreciate them. And will continue to pray for them. No weapon formed of fashion against Biafran people shall prosper. They will never succeed. No weapon formed of fashion against Mazen Nandekano shall prosper. We will continue until Biafra comes. Thank you so much for watching wherever you are watching from. And remember this. See you again on the next video.